I've recorded this once before, definitely not in this manner at all. It was more with a stand right on the table, notes to the side, so I kind of prepared ahead of time. But then I kind of scratched it at the end, and now we're here, where this is all off the top of the head. And I think that's the best way I could ever go about it. So within saying that, welcome to Pathway. Pathway is something I created and is trying to grow in order for people to not feel lost. In today's society, there is a lot of confusion, a lot of blaming, a lot of it's only this way, this is right, this is wrong, you're wrong, I'm right, just all of that nonsense. And we just can't really connect with anyone anymore. It's very hard. Like, you have to find, at this point, you gotta find someone that's just like you. And I don't think that's really good for any of us, because we all can improve. And surrounding ourselves with just people who think the same as us is not really improvement. If you ask me, maybe you think it is. Me personally, I don't think so. That's why I'm doing this. So we have people who go through different things, but still are able to achieve what they want to achieve. Or maybe whoever's watching is a little lost, and they're able to see other people go through maybe a similar struggle, and then apply it to them and get over that hump, and they're going their path that they want to go on their own terms, their own way. So I hopefully won't say a lot of puns, pathway, choose your own path, your own way. I hope I don't do that, but this is all top of the dome. But basically, this channel is going to consist of podcasts. I kind of want to do more group podcasts, as in I want to have someone else, a guest, maybe a group, because at the end of the day, it's learning about other people. I obviously there will be some, single episodes talking about maybe what you should do if you are kind of struggling to get your point across to somebody, or maybe you're struggling to keep motivation to do what you want. Like, you don't have motivation to do what you want to do. There's so many things that stops an average person's life, and there's people who get over it, no problem, and there's people who need to work more time on it, and that's completely fine. There is no set way, there is no right way, there is no right way to live. And I think, like I said before, this society is just so heavy on who's right, who's wrong. He said, she said, what about you? And now with this social media, we're surrounded by everybody, anywhere. And it gets into our heads a little bit. We all know it, but it still gets to us anyways. And that's human nature, honestly. But there will be, I want to get people on here. I also want to do, oh my god, it's like third time I hit this, but we keep going. I want to make videos of kind of like an interview type of style. Just ask questions, and it would be the same questions to different people, and you can see how the answers vary from person to person. Wow, that's obvious already. So what's the point of this? If it's so obvious, why do people struggle still? Why is there struggle? If it's so obvious. So I guess what I'm trying to do is bring the not so obvious, or maybe you think the obvious, right in front of your face. And the goal is to help others, hopefully help the world as a whole, and of course help myself. I'm no innocent man, not at all. I go through struggles like no tomorrow. Whether that be, it can vary from I'm too tired to get up in the morning and I don't want to go to the gym that day, or I don't have the money to get gas that week, or I might have to dip into a little savings. There's just so many things that everybody goes through, and I think there has to be a way for everybody, or for those people who are like lost, or just want as fresh, just want to live life without these restrictions, in a way where they can do it, not on nobody's terms, on their own terms. I want this to be about you. That's what I want this to be about. This won't be anything without you. But I think now I'll actually put an example, and remember, this is off the top of the dome. So I'm gonna put a video that I actually did recently here, if I'm good at editing enough. And it's basically, a gym video. I got great support from people I know. The likes, everything. Good job, this and that. But I'm not gonna lie to you. And I hate to go personal. I honestly don't want my personal life out there. But in order to do it, to do what I want to do, so pathway basically, kind of get a little personal. So while I'm doing that gym video, and hopefully I'll have the background, behind the scenes, my anxiety was going through the roof. I was having a horrible time. Horrible. But you don't see that. Until now. You weren't able to tell that I was struggling in there. Not with the weights, but with myself. For what reason? Listen, if I could tell you why, it wouldn't happen. But stuff happens, we go through adversities, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. We just have to push on and fight through it. So I think I'm also doing this because I'm a little tired of just standing back. And I want to do something for my life. And I think this is something I strongly want to do. So, everything can look picture perfect, especially in social media. But behind the scenes, we're struggling. We all struggle about something. It's what makes us human. It's what builds character. So, hopefully, this can go where I want it to go. It can be what I am envisioning it to be. And let me not drag this out any longer and spew absolute nonsense. Keep it short, simple, to the point. If you watch this, I hope you're along for the ride. Thank you, because without you, this is nothing. And I hope this is the start to something very wonderful and very powerful. So, until next time, where I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to do something. I can promise that.